Nice. Whoa, yeah, see that? Good job, buddy. Hey everybody, welcome back to What Are You Filming For? Today we're filming for observation of how well Kingston drivers adhere to the stop signs. We're at the lovely intersection of North Front Street and Wall Street, where you can see in the background we have Kingston's iconic Uptown Stockade District, I think you might call it. Where recently, just this winter, just a month or two ago, they removed the Pike Plan canopies from the storefronts. As you can see, we have one business here, or maybe not a business, maybe a landlord is renovating their facade. I like it. In contrast to the canopies, in my opinion, they were looking a little disrepair. So yeah, it's nice to see the buildings coming back to life. And I don't know. Let's see how it goes here with our Kingston motorists. A couple intersections we'll monitor here. We got the North Front Street and Fair Street intersection. So we're just going to come down here. We'll get multiple viewpoints. It's about 6:45 a.m. so it might be a little early for many of our commuters. But this is a common thoroughfare for people traveling from the Kingston Plaza area down the hill here. They gotta come up this hill and then stop there. Says almost. There are a lot of stop signs in Kingston, which is interesting. There are, let's see, there's two roundabouts that I know of, which offer a different traffic pattern. That's, I like the traffic circles better. I know they're probably a little bit more expensive for the city, but nonetheless. What's up, buddy? How you doing today? Almost. I don't think we've seen one complete stop yet. I hear a mourning dove in the background, which is interesting because I hear mourning doves all hours of the day. Nope. Almost. And this, if you notice, we also got a flashing red light in addition to the stop sign, so that's actually a double traffic signal. Traffic control device. Funny that even when you're filming, I missed that one, but he definitely didn't stop. Almost. Yeah, that was a pretty good stop. Let's see how they do on this one. That is good on that. It's a beautiful morning. Yeah, I'm sure it's hard to stop on that hill, especially if you're a big truck. You gotta ride the clutch or what have you. Nice job. Nice. Right through. Nice. Shout out to Performance Food Service. PerformanceFoodService.com coming to a complete stop. Not coming to a complete stop. This person didn't either. Nice. That person did. Almost. Nope. Nice. Ooh, wow. They stopped at the first one and then blew right through the double traffic device intersection. Very interesting. I mean, you do have less to look at here at this intersection. You know, you don't have a street coming from this way, so it's a three-way stop. But nonetheless, the stop sign, the flashing red light. Nope. I think the whole time out here we've gotten the school bus, Performance Food Service, wow, that was pretty blatant. Like a yield sign. You know, I don't know. Do we change our stop signs out for yield signs? Is that the answer? I don't know. You know, some might say, hey Phil, what's with the obsession on stop signs? Well, since living in this city, I've witnessed countless numbers of people not stopping at intersections that I've approached, and they see fit to just roll on through despite one not being there first. And well, I guess that's the only thing. One. And It's dangerous. Nope. And nope. You know, also it's a pretty hefty fine. Oh, here comes it's like a city bus. Let's see how they do here. Nice. Well, maybe they're stopping as a stop, which that would make sense that they would have to stop, right? Nice. Shout out to Bus 92 coming to complete stops. Yeah, that's how you do it. That is how you do it on What Are You Filming For? I'm going to use that guy as an example. Maybe my cover picture. Not necessarily. I don't want to give the undue free advertising for Martin and Mazzotti or whoever it was. Nope. And hello, Mr. Sun. Mrs. Sun, whatever. Didn't mean to misgender you. There's an electric vehicle. Oh. Nope. Wow. Not quite. Here we go. Construction vehicle. Hard to see down there. Very interesting. Mr. Rutko. I mean, if the city ever needs to make money, all they need to do is come to these major intersections with stop signs and make a fortune. A hesitant driver down here. Looks like the Audubon guy. Nope. They have a PD and FD seat cover. They support the police department and the fire department. Very noble causes. Nope. Highway Department not getting it done. No cops, no stops. turn signal. Yeah, see, you got sun in your eyes over here. Despite that, still not being safe. Traffic's starting to pick up here. It's around 7 a.m. Turn signal on, but doesn't bother them that I'm filming. See how this guy does here. Right on through. Right on through. No turn signal. Guy's in a hurry here. Said it before, you're not going to get there any faster. Trying to beat the time clock. I told the story before. I got pulled over once for speeding. Cop said, "Where are you headed to?" I said, "Work." He's like, time to speed is when you're on your way home. Might not give you a ticket if you said you were on your way home from work. I could understand that. Speeding to work, I think your priorities are a little misaligned. I do get it though. Employers often will use the time clock as the way to discipline. Sometimes performance is subjective. Time clocks are not. What's more important? Safety? Adhering to laws or time clock? That was close. That was close. Alright. See how he does here. Yeah, see? Not as good here. It's interesting. I've noticed that a couple times. People come up to this intersection over here on Fair Street. Kind of almost stop. And then, you know, it does say stop all way. And I'm not sure exactly what that means. Whether it's an always stop or if it's did have their turn signal on.
Hey, little birdie. Hey, little birdie.
Oh, he's definitely in a hurry. Rapid acceleration and rapid deceleration. Again, they got the turn signal on. Incidentally, with turn signals, I believe the law, if there is a law, maybe it's a guideline, I'm not sure, but I think it's 100 feet. Nice. Shout out to Prime Source Building Products, stopping all the way before they take their big rig down the hill. I love it. Nope. 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 Almost. There's a bicyclist. Morning. And incidentally, bicycles need to follow the same traffic rules as cars, so technically that bike should have stopped there. This person has a handicap placard hanging from the window. That's also, I believe, a traffic infraction. Although they did come to a full stop there, so good job to that guy. Yeah. Wow, right on through. Sitting tight. Almost. Have a City of Kingston worker. Nope. Number 209. Not getting it done. It's a little after 7. 7:15 or so. Traffic's definitely heating up. Almost. The hill. Yeah, wait, let's see. Almost. Nope. There's another City of Kingston truck. Let's see how we do. And we got the. Oh, that's not. See, that's Repco again. There's a coffee shop around the corner here. See people going in and out. Coffee, the lifeblood that fuels the dreams of champions. Knew it. You know, and maybe also some of it is people don't want to be filmed, so they scoot through. So, you know, I will offer some grace for that as well. But hey, there's a respectful city worker. Let's see how they do without another car there. Nope. Right on through. Oh, look at this guy. Look at that. Would you look at that? Just look at it. That's the first thing you got to do is look at it. And here's a breakfast, full breakfast and lunch restaurant bakery. All right, they're parking. So. Delivering some fresh pastries, perhaps. Maybe some muffins or some morning cakes. Is there such thing as a morning cake? You can eat cake anytime, right? Alright, we got a Global Industrial Services. Let's see. Nope. Didn't get it done. Almost, and not quite. Nope. And nope. Alright, we got a few more minutes here before I gotta wrap it up and get to my job. my day job. The school bus. Almost. There we go. Whoa. Oh, almost. Nope. Nice. Whoa, yeah, see that? Good job, buddy. Yeah. Thank you. Kingston Landscaping. Nope. So yeah, we almost witnessed an accident here. There was a red, it looked like a Subaru Forester coming up the hill. The one guy stops, makes a full stop, and this is what I was talking about. Cars will see someone stop and think that that's like a green light for them to roll right on through. And it's not the case, people. And I think that's going to be the opening sequence to my video, just to highlight that phenomenon that goes on. Through. All right, well, that's gonna do it, I think, for today's video. I appreciate everybody hanging in there and watching. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and make any comments, please, if you feel called. And if there's a intersection in Kingston or the surrounding areas that you feel needs filming, let me know, and I'll be there. All right. All right, that's a wrap. Thank you, everybody.